up everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Guess what? I just published my coloring book. So today I'm going to be unboxing my lovely coloring book and I'm going to tell you guys all about how I went from zero to published with this coloring book. I bought a digital sketchbook to try it out and I totally fell in love with it. I could not stop drawing on it. I just had so much fun and I realized I could do this mandala setting to where it will divide your sheet into multiple sections and it'll repeat your pattern all the way through. So once I realized I could do mandalas, I was like, wait, I could maybe make a coloring book. So all that was left to do was to pick what theme I wanted to have in the book, and then I just started drawing. I drew about 20 images before I was ready to actually put the book together and get it onto Amazon. After I got the 20 images done on Autodesk on my digital sketchbook, that's when I brought all of the images into Photoshop to clean them up and get them to the right size. Now this book right here is 8x10, which means that the actual images that I created in Photoshop were a little bit smaller than that to allow for the margin. The margin is really important because if you go outside of the margin, Amazon might reject your book. So once I had all the images formatted to the correct size and nice and clean, that's when I transferred all of them into InDesign. I learned a lot of new software in the process of making this book, but I feel like I kind of have it down now. The tutorial that I was following for InDesign ended up having totally different settings, so I really had to sit down and figure out from scratch how to make this work. I ended up deciding to do all of the text in Photoshop and export that as an image and then just putting that into InDesign because I didn't want to spend a lot of time trying to figure out how to make perfect text in InDesign since it's a new software. But I was used to Photoshop, so I just did the text pages on Photoshop because it was just the easiest thing to do. Once everything looked right in InDesign, meaning that all of the measurements were fine and the order was right and everything looked in order, then I export that as a PDF and that's when you can actually upload it into KDP. So if you don't already know this, KDP is basically Amazon's publishing service. It's a print-on-demand publishing service. Once you upload the interior of your book, you also have to make the cover, which I made in Photoshop. When you're done filling out all of the information and you have the cover and the interior already uploaded and good to go, then you can finally submit it for review. Now the website says that it takes about 1 to 3 days for it to get approved or denied. My book took an entirety of 3 days. It took a little more than 3 days. Matter of fact, I was literally panicking because I got to the 72-hour mark and it still hadn't been approved or anything, and I was so stressed out because I put so much work into this book. I know it looks thin, but trust me, there is so much work that goes behind making something like this. After about 80 hours, it was finally approved and live on Amazon, but my work did not stop there. I made 5 social media accounts for my brand and an entire website from scratch. If you want to check out my website, you can get free monthly coloring pages on there, so I'll leave the link below. And if you want to buy this book, which you should because it's dope, I will also leave the link below. Once my website was made, it was published, up and running and searchable on Google, and all of my social media accounts were made with 18 posts on each one of them, then I finally decided to go public, go live with my book and tell everybody and share it with the world. Now, when I did that, not only did I let my friends and family know, but I also ran some Facebook ads to get a little bit more traffic to Amazon. And it's been going really good. I'm definitely getting sales every day. So I'm looking forward to just building and building and building. I'm already working on my next coloring book, which is going to be extraterrestrial mandalas. So that's going to be really fun. This is a 5-year project, meaning I'm expecting this business to grow over the course of 5 years. and I'm not going to be impatient with it. I'm not going to expect everything to work out perfectly right away and for me to become like a multi-millionaire off of my coloring books like right away, but I do plan on really sticking with this project and continuing to build this brand for at least 5 years and hopefully get pretty decent, residual income from this. And then after 5 years, I can reevaluate if I want to continue with this project or not. But for now, I'm fully committed to really putting a lot of effort, time, and visibility into this book and into all subsequent books. If you're interested in making your own coloring book, I say go for it, because I don't want to say that it's like easy, because there are aspects of it that are very time consuming, and figuring out new software can be challenging, especially if you feel like you don't have anybody to help you out. There are good tutorials online, but not every tutorial is like catered to your software the way you get it when you first download it. There are settings that might be off, so you might have to just like figure it out on your own, and that can be like frustrating and stressful and time consuming sometimes. But the drawing of the actual images, that's the most fun part for me. I really, really love drawing. And if you just bear through the tough parts, then you have your own coloring book published on Amazon that you can make residual income for the rest of your life. If you have any questions about publishing your own book, be sure to leave them in the comment below and I will give them a quick answer. As always, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to purchase, link is below, and I'll see you in the next video.